joined by Darren Williams from Newton Aycliffe Youth to talk about the reform of FIFA. Hiya, Darren.
Hi, Sam.
First, I just want to ask you, what do you want to see from FIFA in terms of the reforming of it?
I think, in all honesty, what we need from the reforms is just to have confidence back in the organisation. The fact that there's 179 states backed and only 22 sort of abstained and gone against it gives a lot of confidence. The fact that the reforms are a good thing moving forward, but certainly from a footballing point of view, what we want to see from the reforms is confidence, transparency, and obviously a return back to footballing matters rather than the internal politics that's tarnished the reputation of FIFA over the past several years.
So, Gianni Infantino has got it. What do you think the new president should be doing to help reform?
Yeah, I think he was probably, in my opinion, probably the best candidate put forward. I think what he needs to do as a president is just like with the reforms, add confidence back. I think he's done that in his election. I think he's got a lot of people's confidence back. I think he just needs to lead from the front, and be totally open and honest in terms of the independence that he can bring to the organisation. I think there's a lot of now independence where there was more internal, and people wondering whether the people, what they were up to, and scaremongering, etc. So I think as a president, Sam, he needs to lead from the front. He needs to be independent, and he needs to make sure that his promises that he's given are followed through and delivered.
That's great, Darren. One last question: can FIFA be a trustworthy organisation again?
I think they can. But I think there's a lot of work to do. I think, as I say, for Sepp Blatter and what's gone on in the investigations that are continuing has tarnished the reputation. There's a lot of bridge building to be done. I think that it can be done. I think with the independence and the transparency, then it certainly can be. My fear is that Infantino was one of 5 candidates that is still within the previous FIFA world, if you like, and being very close ally to the currently suspended Michel Platini, then makes you wonder whether we're just going from one to another. I think he needs to basically make sure that he delivers on his promises and gets footballing matters back where they should be rather than the politics of the organisation.
Okay, thanks a lot, Darren.
Thanks, Sam.